Welcome back here at Drury University at the O'Reilly Family Life Center, Event Center. CJ Pomeroy and myself, Jeremy Caldwell, on the call. We have HHBA Lightning from Virginia against the KC Metro Mavericks out of Kansas City. The Mavericks lost earlier today, and they're matched up against the number 1 seed, HHBA. So we're going to see how this plans out. This is Pool C, number 1 versus the number 2 seed. And first game for HHBA today. That was a good drive there by Sittler, I believe. Caleb Sittler.
Good execution right there, which is what you want first play of the game. You want to execute your offense. You want to get a shot that you like. Nice little 6-footer off the glass. That'll work.
Good pump fake there by number 15, Nolan Bailey,
and
for
Jeremy,
HHBA.
I'm excited to watch HHBA their first time here at Nationals. I think, this team is going to be interesting to watch. They had a really good regional tournament, won the regional championship on a buzzer beater.
Right.
Really good guard play. So I'm excited to see how they're going to perform here at Nationals.
Yeah, they've been an internet sensation before getting here, and we'll see how they end up. The missed 3 there by number 33, Liam Velker.
And you do not want to let him get too many good looks at the basket.
Right. I know one of their players shoots a little over 50% from the three-point line, and so you got to make sure you run the three-point shooters off the line and kind of force them to go inside.
This matchup here today probably suits. It's probably a good start for HHBA. There's more size in this tournament. This is a good good matchup here, I think. So I think it's really going to come down to how well do the guards play and who's going to rebound.
All right. Nice little floater there by number 12, Nathaniel Farrell, Nate Farrell. So early 4-2 lead by KC Metro here.
Got to have the post defense.
Foul on the floor. That's going to be on number 4 for KC Metro. Josh Fletcher, his first foul of the game.
Stuck his knee out as the guard was going baseline.
Yeah, if you look on the benches here, KC Metro fills up almost every chair on the sideline.
And that is a deep, deep team. Highly doubt Coach Sullivan gets all those players into a game.
No, and that's going to be a travel called on the drive by HHBA there. And Metro coming up the floor, seeing if they can extend their lead up 4-2 right now with 5:40 to go here in the first quarter.
They do a really good job of just moving the ball around, looking for their gaps and their angles.
Yeah, they patient with the ball. Good run out there.
HHBA out of Virginia has played a pretty decent schedule. They've been in a couple tournaments that had some pretty high-level competition. So I think they're going to be able to compete. However, anytime that we've seen new teams here at the national tournament,
right?
You get here. This is Monday. You're playing at Drury University, and sometimes that has an effect.
Missed a free throw, but a put back by Velker there. So it's a quick 5-4 lead now by the Lightning. Nate Farrell with the drive. Good defense to cut him off.
Yeah,
good ball movement.
I'm going to watch more here. I think on the last possession, HHBA was playing a zone, but now they're playing man. So not sure if that's part of the strategy they have. I know growing up, we used to play a defense where we would shift every time depending on how we did offensively.
Right.
The idea being to always throw something different at the offense and force them to not get
get in a rhythm.
Right,
yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sittler trying to force the ball inside there to Robinson. It was tipped out. Metro kept the possession, working the ball around.
But KC Metro just doing a really nice job offensively, sharing the ball, keeping it moving. Everyone's getting a touch.
There's a tip run out right there on a fast break.
Oh, Sittler almost made it, trying to throw it up for his teammate.
Yeah, he tried to throw a pass there, and it pass was a little short, but it almost was the better for him.
There's Velker again on the offensive glass.
Yeah, and then number 15,
Nolan
Bailey. He also corralled the rebound. He's got 3 of their points so far. He's the big man in the middle for the Lightning, and he's a little lefty. Or not a little lefty, but he's a lefty.
What a finish there.
Nate Farrell.
What I'm seeing early here from KC Metro is they like to dribble penetrate into the paint from the top of the key.
Right. And if they collapse on the penetrator, they kick it out to the corners for the 3.
That's Lockard right there.
It's a good drive there by Jackson.
That was set up by a pass that went behind the head of one of the KC Metro Mavs player.
Right, and as a former coach, one thing you always tell your players, don't ever turn your back to the ball.
Big 3.
Caleb Sittler again with a 3 there. He had a pretty good game earlier today. Some good scoring, just wasn't enough to propel him to a W. But as we've mentioned before.
There it is. Liam Velker, 50% from the three-point line on the season. And that is 1 of 2 so far today.
Yep. Can't leave him open. Good jump stop by Sittler as he gets in the paint again. He's got 7 quick points here in the first quarter.
I tell you what, I'm not sure I have seen a team be so disciplined in every offensive possession to go middle off of the drive.
Right. Yeah, they make a point to dribble penetrate in the middle of the defense instead of on the wings, except for that time. Good finish with the left hand.
Yeah. And the way he set him up, he had a nice little crossover, and then he came right back with it one more time.
And he finished the layup with contact, and then he's going to go to the free throw line to get the old-fashioned three-point play. And that's going to be number 15, Nolan Bailey, his first foul, so he's going to come out and take a little breather. But referee's letting the players know that you can't bring a water bottle onto the floor.
Offhand finish on the opposite side under duress.
Right.
That's very good basketball.
Knocks down the free throw. Yeah, and a lot of times you don't see that on a athlete that dribbles into the paint. You know, if they're a dominant right hand, you go on the right side, but he went to the right side, being a dominant right-hander, and finished with the left hand.
Yep. Good look.
Another steal.
This Mavs defense is
by Farrell.
Very active with their hands, and off the ball, they are paying attention. That weak side defense is always looking.
Yep, so they've extended the lead 16-10. That's going to force a timeout by the Lightning here. And during this timeout, we'll take a quick break with them, and we'll be back afterwards. All righty, we're back after the timeout. HHBA was forced to call a timeout after Metro went on a little run and extended their lead to 16-10 here in the first quarter. Almost got another steal there by Sittler, but Metro's doing a really good job defensively.
Wow.
Good drive there by Jackson Lockard.
Yeah, he really used his body well there to get past his man and then protect the ball. But you're exactly right. It's the turnovers on offense that has allowed KC Metro to pull out to that 6-point advantage. Now 4-point, now 6-point.
Good left-hand finish by Caleb Sittler again. He's got 9 points here in the first quarter of their 18. He's got half the points. Lockard with the ball up top.
And
they're trying to set a screen.
Yeah, the key for HHBA.
Be a foul on Nate Farrell there. That's his first foul. That's should be 3 team fouls, I believe, for Metro.
HHBA has got to figure out how it is they're going to get the ball on the interior.
Right.
That's going to be this defense is kind of a 3-2-ish, kind of 1-2-2-ish. It kind of depends on
where the ball is on the floor.
Yeah. Nice pull-up. Nice pull-up by
Liam
Velker.
Yep.
He's got 7.
Yeah, so the Lightning are doing a good job offensively of running a high screen up at the top of the key and trying to get the guards to penetrate and kicking it out to the wing.
I think that was a good timeout that Coach Locker took there to try and settle his guys down offensively.
Right. You got to figure Metro's probably going to be content here to hold it, take the last shot. They're up 4.
They've shown a great amount of discipline in this first quarter, and I don't know why you wouldn't try and go for that last one, although they're not doing a good job of it here.
Right.
Still get what they want.
Good drive, finish.
Still got what they want.
With the left hand. So they're going to take a 20-14 lead into the second quarter as Aiden Kent gets the drive and the putback. We'll be back after the first quarter timeout. All righty, welcome back. We're here at the Drury Center, the O'Reilly Family Event Center at Drury Campus, home of the 2024 National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championships. We got CJ Pomeroy alongside myself, Jeremy Caldwell, on the call. We got the number 1 seed out of Pool C, the HHBA Lightning from Virginia, and they're going against the number 2 seed, KC Metro Mavericks out of Kansas City. KC Metro played a game earlier this morning, had one of the early games, was unable to come away with the W, so they're here playing the number 1 seed. You can't go for the steal there and leave him open.
No, missed 3, but.
Yeah, it didn't cost them there, but.
You don't want to do it very often.
A good drive there once again by Metro. It looks like they're assertive to try to get the ball into the paint, not settling for outside shots. They've only had 1 3 so far in the game. Everything's pretty much been inside. And, this is HHBA's first game of the day.
Yep.
They'll play again this afternoon against the, let's see who they're going to play tonight. They're going to play PT Warriors tonight. So that can be an interesting game. PT won their game pretty convincingly this morning. They just have too much size for KC Metro this morning. But KC Metro is doing a good job of being patient, like you said multiple times, offensively, and they're just trying to work the ball until they get the shot that they want. Yeah,
they're Coach Sullivan has really got them disciplined, and that's how you win big games. Now, obviously, you're going against PT, the defending national runner-up, Toby Pike on that team. There's
Liam for 3 from the corner.
His second one, 2 for 4.
50%.
50%. And that's the tough part, right? And HHBA is probably going to struggle with that as well. And so this game is one that can help HHBA for later because KC Metro keeps trying to penetrate on the inside. And you know that PT is going to throw the ball down to Toby Pike.
Offensive foul on Liam there with the push-off. And as we've mentioned before in the earlier broadcast, the new rule change this year on free throws is there's no more 1-and-1 in high school basketball in some of the states. So we've adapted that here at Nationals. And you get 5 team fouls per quarter. Once you get to 5, you shoot 2 free throws the rest of that quarter. So you now track fouls per quarter, not per half. So
I have a love-hate relationship with this new rule. When the fouls aren't being called too tight, I love it.
Right.
When the fouls are being called really tight, I don't love it. Then the game just drags on.
Yep. Dribble penetration, kick outside once again, but they threw it away. A little miscommunication there. The wing guy was dropping to the corner. The dribble point guard thought he was going to stay on the wing and ended up in a turnover. 20-17 here in the second quarter. KC Metro Mavericks are up on the Lightning. Once again, Lightning running that high screen and roll up top at three-point line, trying to get the mismatch.
Good look.
Oh, good weak side rebound there by number 11. That's Tyler McCurley.
That was a great left-hand pass. He dribbled in and then got those defenders in and then threw that ball to the corner with his left hand.
Right. Deep three.
Woo.
Knocks it down. Number 25, Adam Lay. He was behind the college line by about a foot or two.
Yeah, he
and he shot that with no hesitation.
No hesitation.
So that's not the first time he's taken that shot.
So just as KC Metro is willing to work the ball, looking for dribble penetration from the top, HHBA is looking to work it on the outside. It's one of the few times where they've gotten the ball into the corner, so to speak.
Right. And that's a big man for the Lightning there, Nolan Bailey, diving on the floor for the ball, but I think he dove on the opposing player. So that's going to be a foul called on him, his second foul. Liam Velker has 2 fouls. He's on the bench as well. So that's going to be 2 fouls from 2 of your main guys, 2 of your starters.
And you can tell, we talked about this kind of early on, first time at the national tournament.
Right.
We've seen this before. You know, they're trying to find their sea legs right now, right? I think
first game of the day, they've been off all morning.
Yep.
I haven't seen them in the gym here yet, so they might have been watching on the live stream, but hadn't seen them in here. Another deep three. Good left-hand rebound, one-handed rebound there by Nate Farrell. He's active hands offensively and defensively. He was this morning as well. They missed the backdoor cut there.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say it was a great cut on the backside. Man, had he taken that one other dribble, he'd gotten called for a travel there, but good corral. Had to throw it up because of that, though.
And on the way up, he was bobbling. Didn't have full control of it, so that caused him to take somewhat of a bad shot. In a normal situation, that's a good shot if you don't bobble the ball. And another missed three by the Lightning, which we've noticed already that they're a three-point shooting team.
Three-point shooting team, wow.
Good
tip in. Good tip in. Coach Locker's going to take a timeout. He needs to try and make sure this game doesn't get out of hand early.
Yeah, that was a good weak side drive there by number 11, Tyler McCurley for the Metro. Unable to complete the floater, but it rolled out just enough. And then number 4, Josh Fletcher there with the quick tip in and extended the lead to 8. They're up 25-17. So you can tell HHBA is their first game today. They're still trying to find rhythm. Trying to fill out Metro, seeing what they're doing. And, Metro's doing a really good job offensively of being patient, dribble penetration in the middle, kicking it out to the outside like you said. They did that the first quarter. This quarter, I've noticed they've dribble penetrated from the corners coming in and getting weak side tips. So they've shown already in this game that they can dribble penetrate from the corners or from the top of the key. So now as the defense for the Lightning, you got to figure out which one they're going to penetrate from.
And as a defense, you really don't like how KC Metro is playing because it is forcing you to have to play for extended periods of time, and they're doing such a good job on the space that you're forcing yourself to be extended as well.
Right.
And so that will affect you on the offensive end. We've
Right.
seen some shots be missed, but when you have to play defense as hard as they're playing defense, that is going to have an effect. So the key for HHBA right now is they have to find some kind of rhythm offensively.
Right.
Whether it's, Lockhart has gotten 2 buckets and then he's taken 2 threes. The 2 threes have been forced.
Right.
His 2 buckets came off of drives. But they got to find a way to get him engaged in the offense on a more rhythmic basis.
Yep.
And then they've got to figure out, how do we get Liam Velker more open looks at the basket?
Right. Nolan Bailey and Liam are both back in the game right now. As another missed 3 by the Lightning, but an offensive rebound by Nolan. He's doing a good job on the boards, but
there is Lockhart right there.
Yep.
He's penetrated 3 times and he's scored 3 times.
Right, so the thing with Metro is they really don't have too much size. They're running a bunch of guards, so they got a lot of guys that can handle the ball and penetrate and dish, and it's playing to their favor right now as they're up 6. But you got to wonder if I'm the Lightning, Bailey has the size advantage down to the paint because of the size he has, but they haven't been utilizing it.
He's going to get his 3rd right here.
Yep, that's going to be on Nolan, so that's probably going to have him sit the bench the last 3 minutes of this first half. Or no, we're still in the first quarter.
Second.
Okay, I thought we're in the second quarter.
Yep.
They haven't updated up top. But we are in the second quarter. Good pull up by Farrell there, just shot it a little long.
How many coaches have you seen have this kind of trust in his players like Coach Lockhart does with Velker and Bailey? Because Bailey is still out there with 3 fouls, and Velker is out there with 2.
Right. Well, Bailey's out there with 3 only because the referees didn't see the guy at the scorer's table fixing to check in for him. Because, you got to go to the front of the scorer's table and let them know that you're coming in.
Yeah, if I'm HHBA, I want to try and see how do I get Bailey the basketball inside.
Right, and let him use his size.
He's not like he's super tall, but he's so strong, and he knows how to use his body.
Yeah, the last couple of possessions, man, if you're the Metro's coach, you're not happy with those shot selections that they've had.
Nope. You got 25 points for a reason. And Jackson's just struggling from the outside. And the inside, he's able to finish, and he's finishing with contact.
Right. But another missed outside shot and a defensive rebound. Metro is doing a really good job of limiting the Lightning to 1 possession.
Yeah, and Coach Sullivan, he doesn't like it. He's going to get a couple subs in on this timeout.
Yeah, they try to get back to what he started the game with, dribble penetration and kickouts.
Patience.
Right. The last couple of possessions, we probably didn't see more than 2 passes before a shot went up. And watching this Metro team earlier today, in the first half of this game so far, that's really not what they're about. They're not a quick shooting team. They're a patient team, working the ball and trying to find a good open shot to get a good look. So,
and just like your patience is meant to help you offensively, the one detriment to it is it can also put you to sleep offensively.
Right.
Right? Because what ends up happening is you get so used to being able to do what you do, and now instead of paying attention to are we doing what we should be doing, hey, I can shortcut here, I can shortcut there, take this shot, make this drive. Out of balance, out of rhythm.
Right.
And that is how you allow a team to stay close and potentially even beat you.
Yeah, once again, they're trying to dribble penetrate, but the Lightning are doing a good job of rotating defensively.
Much better job of taking away that middle penetration into the paint.
But once again, like you said, they're back to being patient, working the ball.
It will open up. Offensively, the offense will win most times when you're this patient with the basketball.
Deep 3. That's the big man stepping out, Aiden Kent.
I wasn't my favorite shot to take, but patience, 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 and he was open.
Right.
If he's got the range, shoot it.
But he was also a foot and a half behind the college three-point line. I probably would have left him open too. So, but for him, you know, he knocked it down. So the next possession, they're going to have to step out another step to guard him, which is going to end up opening up the middle. Penetration eventually.
Great defense down here by KC Metro, really harassing the basketball.
Yeah, Settler almost had a steal there on the weak side, but wasn't able to corral it before it fell out of bounds.
If you're HHBA, you're looking for a really good shot right here to close out the quarter. Anything you can do right here, give yourself some momentum going into the second half.
Yeah, the last few possessions, they haven't been able to get a shot off by Liam.
That's a good shot right there, just inside the college line.
Yeah, that was Levi Zirk for the three. And that's the end of the first half. And KC Metro is going to go into the half up 28-22 over the number 1 seed, HHBA Lightning. We're going to take a quick halftime break, and we'll be back after this. All righty, welcome back to Drury University at the O'Reilly Family Event Center here at the 2024 Christian Homeschool National Basketball Championships. We have the #1 seed HHBA Lightning in white going against the in Pool C, #1 seed, and then they're going to play KC Metro, and they're the #2 seed in Pool C. They're in black with red letters. In the first half, we've had KC Metro done a really good job of penetrating up the middle, kicking out, and a missed shot there by Sittler. So CJ Pomeroy was on the call with me in the first half. He had to step away. So Mr. Scott Staten is going to step in the second half as Liam drives and shoots a little floater. Gets on the board here first. Liam Velker for HHBA. So I don't know if you was watching the first half too much as you was getting ready for the second half here, Scott, but you know, Liam Velker for HHBA, he's the three-point threat for the Lightning there. He shoots over 50% from the field for the season, and they just really hadn't been able to get him going outside.
Yeah, and he still had 3, but like just to realize, I mean, he's hit a couple of threes, but he still just wasn't, like you said, in a flow.
Right.
It seemed like Kansas City really was able to do what they could to keep him out of getting in a rhythm, which rhythm shooters, man, that's once they get in that rhythm, you're in trouble, and they did a good job at that.
Right, and he also had 2 fouls early on that, you know, cost him to come out of the game. Nolan Bailey has 3 fouls as well for the Lightning as he comes down with the defensive rebound there. And Nolan Bailey is the big man in the middle for the Lightning, so they really can't afford for him to get another foul in his third quarter and come out of the game for any amount of time, as there's going to be a foul there on number 35. That's Aiden Kent, his first foul of the game for KC Metro.
Yeah, they had a good look on their last trip, but it didn't go.
Yeah, that was a deep 3 there by Jackson Lockhart, unable to get it to drop. Defensive rebound, and now KC Metro. The one thing they've done in the first half is they've been patient with the ball, working the ball till they found a good shot as another dribble penetration, kick out. But it's going to be a foul over the back on Nate Farrell there. That's going to be his second foul. But Metro in the first half, the way they got to that 6-point lead that they had is they were very patient on the offensive side, moving the ball around, dribble penetration and kicking out to the wings, but most of their points came inside the paint because they were so patient with the ball.
Yep.
And they just moved it around until they found a good shot. They didn't take many outside shots.
Really good motion, and then when they did take the outside shots, they were able to hit those, but they were very selective, as you said. They weren't firing the ball up, and got to be impressed. Again, this is the second time, the last game, where we've seen a team that lost earlier this morning, but they just seem to be in a much better flow in their second game.
Right.
Miscommunication on that one.
Yeah, there's been a couple miscommunications where the guy dribbling the ball is thinking the guy's going to stay put on the wing, and he kicks it out to the wing, but the guy on the wing dives to the middle and cuts, and he just miscommunication. Both times have ended up in a turnover for the Lightning. That's going to be a tripping call.
Boy, Sittler's got a second gear, doesn't he? He gets around. Once he gets where he's past your hip, he's got you. And he just turns on the afterburners and is able to draw the foul there.
Right, and that foul is on number 21, Joseph Wilson, his first foul of the game.
Mavericks have done a good job, too, spreading the ball around. Nobody in double figures, but 5 different guys been able to put the ball in the bucket.
Yeah, Caleb Sittler has 9 and Aiden Kent has 8. So, like you said, good job of spreading it around.
Boy, Sittler had what he wanted there. Got in at point-blank range, but last second, Velker was able to cause just enough trouble where he missed a shot, and then
Caleb Sittler reaching in there. It's going to be his first foul.
Maybe a frustration foul.
Yeah, so that's going to be 3 early fouls for KC Metro here. You know, we've talked about the free throw change rule this year, so 2 more fouls and the the Lightning are going to be shooting free throws the rest of the quarter. So if you're Metro, you got to make sure you try not to foul. The deflection out of bounds on the baseline there.
Do you like the new rule?
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, it's having been I wouldn't say I'm a traditionalist, but when you grow up, I don't know, that front end of the 1-and-1 just seems so important. You know, it makes it more crucial.
Right.
And but it's interesting. It's definitely coming all across the nation.
Yeah, it was a block shot there by Metro, and then a deflection and steal by Joseph Wilson. Jackson Lockhart finally to get one to fall as he shoots a deep three, and that gets him to a 1-point ball game as it's 28-27 Metro.
Once again, the theme of the day, Jeremy, turnovers into points.
Yes.
You turn the ball over and you give your opposition an opportunity to take what could be a negative play and make it positive.
Another inside shot at the goal missed by Metro. Just shooting him a little short. Metro's doing a really good job of trying to keep a man on the hip of Liam so he don't get in any type of rhythm.
Whoa, speaking of rhythm.
Yep, Lockhart looks like he's getting in a rhythm as he knocks down his second three back-to-back possessions. So if you're Metro here, you got to score this possession before they go on a little run and flip the momentum, and you can feel it starting to switch already in the gym.
Yep. Yeah, the Lightning really, it's amped up their defense. They're making turnovers turn into points. Yep. And Lockhart, both shots were almost the exact same spot. Yep. So, you know, you got to be aware of that if you're Metro. You got shooters all over. You can't lose people in your defense.
Yeah, and then Lockhart there with the swipe down knocked the ball off of the Metro guy's leg out of bounds. So ended up in a turnover for Metro, and now Lightning going to see if they can extend their lead as they're now up 30-28.
That's Lockhart's spot. See if they try to set him up again.
There he is.
Yep.
Same spot.
Oh, that was halfway down.
Yeah. But I don't understand how a man can hit two in a row from there and you leave him wide open again.
Little simple, almost a pick and roll out on the three-point line.
Right. Missed three by Metro. Defensive rebound by the Lightning.
Oh, that's the spot. It wasn't Lockhart that time, but Campbell able to drop the three from the very same spot on the floor.
Yeah, it looks like they found a spot they like on the floor, and they've hit three straight threes from there. And now they've flipped this lead over, and they're up 5 after being down 6.
It's like a three-point contest, and that's the money ball spot. Like
right.
That's the rack where the money ball is. They just, for whatever reason, that's the soft spot in the Mavericks zone or in their defense, even when it's not zone or they're playing man-to-man. They just keep leaving the shooter open. And they, like you said, you're playing a team that you know, pardon the pun, but can score lightning quick. They've got shooters everywhere.
Right.
And what KC was able to do in the first half, they are failing at miserably in the second half of keeping those outside shots from shooters from getting open looks.
Right, yeah. So, you know, HHBA has knocked down 6 threes already in this game, and the last 3 have been wide open from the same exact spot on the floor. So before those 3, they've held them to 3 for the game. And if you're KC Metro, you felt like we're doing a pretty good job if we can keep them off the line. But eventually a three-point shooting team, they're going to find a shot.
Yep.
And the last 3 possessions they have, and now they've changed up their defense. And looks like they're going to start trapping it.
Boy, it's just a whole different feel for this team right now.
Yeah. So Metro changes up their defense as they see the momentum starting to switch. Caleb Sittler with the drive. That's going to be a foul on 24. Chris Campbell, his first foul of the game.
And they played pretty clean in terms of fouls so far.
Right. Metro looks like they're trying to get back to the dribble penetration that they got in the lead in the first half. Being patient with the ball. Sittler for 3. Offensive rebound.
Oh, way to chase that down there. Josh Fletcher came from behind the three-point line and just crashed the boards. Was the first man in there to get the rebound.
Yeah, and ended up drawing a foul on Joseph Wilson. So that's 3 quick fouls now on HHBA. So now they're 2 fouls away with 2 minutes left to put them in the new bonus of the free throw world.
Oh, almost lost it.
Still being patient offensively.
Oh, tipped away, almost another deflection there by Velker. Seen several players have trouble. It seems like the ball either is overinflated or what they're used to, where they're dribbling really high, almost walking.
Right. Yeah, a few of them have been pretty close to traveling. Almost a steal there.
I mean, a fraction away from having that one.
Big shot. They needed that. That was by number 3, Orlando Valencia.
And a foul after the shot on Kansas City. It looked like on the box out, got a little over aggressive.
That was Caleb Sittler, I believe. The referee talking to him, letting him know what happened. So that's 4th foul, I believe, on KC Metro. So the next foul here in this quarter is going to send the Lightning to the free throw line to shoot 2. So we're at a 2-point game now. The Lightning are up to 33-31 over KC Metro after Metro went into the half with a 6-point lead. Lockers from the corner 3.
Found a new spot.
And he got that shooter's roll. That's his 3rd 3 here in this 3rd quarter.
Boy, he got the help there from the iron.
Another deep 3 there by number 25, Adam Lay. That's his 2nd 3 of the game. We're going to get into a 3-point shootout. I didn't know. I thought that was Thursday or Friday night. I didn't know it was Monday afternoon.
Oh, he was online there, Lockhart, but a little bit short that time.
They're going to call a foul on KC Metro with the hold as Liam was trying to get the offensive rebound. I believe that foul is going to be on Adam Lay, which is going to be his first foul, which is going to send Liam to the free throw line.
What do we call it? They're not in the. Is it still called the bonus?
I think it's the bonus. You just don't have 2 bonus now.
It's not an and one.
It's an automatic double bonus.
There you go.
So Liam knocks down the first one. So that extends their lead to 3, 37-34. We have 44 seconds to go. And if you're KC Metro, regardless of the result of this free throw, as he knocks it down, you're probably going to be content with trying to hold the ball and get the last shot of the quarter and either only be down 4 or see if you can cut into this lead going into the 4th quarter. But they're not content with that, but they do score.
Robinson just muscled that one in.
Yeah. So it's 2-point game, 20 seconds to go. The Lightning are probably going to be content now to hold for the last shot as he's getting pressured up top. Good pass with the left hand. Clock's running. Another halfway in and out. Oh, and a 3/4 court heave falls short. That's going to be the end of the third quarter as the Lightning flip the script in the 3rd quarter, come in down 6, and they're going to go into the 4th up 2. We'll be back after this.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula, real-time pain relief. Its soothing lotion is rich in nature's ingredients and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple back aches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief, it's a knockout.
All righty. We're back for the fourth and final quarter. Scott Staten alongside myself, Jeremy Caldwell. We're here at Drury University at the O'Reilly Family Event Center. Pool C, Game 2. It's going to be the number 1 seed HHBA Lightning out of Virginia against the number 2 seed KC Metro Mavericks out of Kansas City. So we got a 2-point game, Scott. The Lightning went into the third quarter down 6, made a couple adjustments, started hitting some threes from outside, and they go into the fourth up 2. And that was another missed 3 there by Liam. So Metro has the opportunity here either tie or take the lead with this possession. They've been real patient the whole game.
They have. That one I felt like Velker might have rushed that just a little bit. You'd like to see maybe one more pass and then try to find a little more space there. But, yeah, they've been able to find their shot in the third quarter.
Nice mid-range there by number 35. That was Aiden Kent, but he missed his shot, but Caleb Sittler crashed the boards, got the offensive rebound in the putback, and that tied the game 38-38.
Yeah, he just did the same thing. Lowered his shoulder, muscled it in, and tied this one up.
Another open corner 3. Knocks it down.
Open 3 should never be said by an opponent of Jackson Lockhart. He's deadly.
He's hit 4 in a row. His last buckets have been 4 threes, 2 from the wing up top, and now 2 from the corner. Let's see which side he goes to next.
And the difference in the game, really, to this point, on that turnover, unforced, it looked like.
Right. So 41-38 is the lead for the Lightning, and a lot of that is due to Lockhart's three-point shooting in the third and fourth quarter. Liam from the corner on the other side, and he knocks it down. So that's 2 quick threes for the Lightning after KC Metro tied the game up, and now they're down 6.
That's like a double-barreled weapon. You can put them on either side, Velker or Lockhart. They can both hit it.
Good drive by Sittler again as he finishes with the left hand.
He is strong in the paint. When he gets close to the bucket, he's going to get contact. He is going to go up strong, and he's really exerting his influence on this game on the inside.
Yeah, he done most of his scoring in the first quarter, and then now he's doing his scoring in the fourth quarter, and that's going to be a foul there on Nate Farrell, his third foul. But Caleb Sittler had 9 points in the first quarter, was unable to score second and third, and he has 4 quick points here in the fourth. But they're going to need a little bit more from him to get back in this, and then they need the defense from the three-point line from Lockhart and Liam, as both of them are starting to get hot.
Boy, Lockhart created some space there and then kicked it back to Velker.
Another missed 3 by Velker there. Still a 4-point game. Metro can cut into that on this possession if they can finish it. Almost another miscommunication there. Deep 3. Knocks it down, Aiden Kent.
With confidence.
And he said, I can shoot threes too.
Yeah, you could tell when he let that one go, Jeremy. That was right on line, and he was. It's a place he's been before. You could tell that wasn't a new shot for him.
Yeah, no. Nate Farrell pulled a deep one earlier, and then now Aiden Kent pulling them deep. So they had a three-point shooting team as well. And we're here in a one-point game. I think it's going to be a defensive battle the rest of the way. Who can get the most stops to finish the game out?
Yeah, they're matching each other's shots, and it looks like basically what HHBA is doing is a lot of that their penetration, but then they'll kick it out. They're constantly looking for somebody on the perimeter to shoot.
Right.
And while before this last possession, Kansas City seemed like they wanted to just kind of will their way down the lane and get some points in the paint, but then that three-pointer really makes you kind of stretch out that defense. So you're right. I think it's going to come down to stops. We know they can both score,
right,
but who's going to be able to keep the other team out of their what do they want to do?
Right.
And they both have a plan, you can tell.
Yeah, and most of the scoring for the Lightning in the second half, they've shot 6 threes and one shot inside the three-point line and 2 free throws. So if you're KC Metro, you got to do what you did in the first half. You got to run them off the three-point line.
Yep.
And if they make it inside, you're going to have to live with that. But
don't lose your man. Over on Kansas City Metro, too, Sittler's on the bench. He's got some blood on his knee, so they had to pull him out to try to get that bleeding stopped so he can get back in the game. But
right
now it's
and for the game, the Lightning have made 9 threes. They've shot way more than that, but they've made 9 threes so far in this game, and they've made 6 alone in the second half.
And Kansas City, no slouch either. They've connected on some threes when they need to. It's not their main staple, but it's been a part of their attack for sure.
Right.
Really, you can tell trying to close out that three-point line, like you said.
That was a great give and go, but Liam missed Lockhart on the cut. There's a floater, but
we'll count that as a pass.
Nolan Bailey there with the putback. 3-point game. Metro can tie it here on one shot. Oh, great offensive rebound. Good shot there. That was number 25, Adam Lay.
Yeah, good follow. Didn't give up on his shot.
Right.
He missed a couple, but then was able to gather it back in and put his points on the board to cut it down to 1 again.
Yeah, that was a nice mid-range floater. So if you look at the Lightning, they keep running the same play.
Oh, bad pass.
Too hard off the glass.
Boy, he had a chance to give his team the lead.
He was worried about the foul
instead
of worrying about the layup. And I used to tell my guys all the time, you can't worry about trying to draw contact more than you worry about trying to make the bucket.
And that's where, you're exactly right. You just got to go in and determine that there's not going to be a whistle.
Right.
And it was a great read. He saw he cut right into the passing lane. If you're HHBA, you sure would like them to see that the defender's close and maybe go back door on him.
Yeah. That's going to be an offensive foul on 15.
Yeah, got him on a push-off.
So that's going to be the 4th foul on Nolan Bailey. And if I'm KC Metro, the next few possessions, I'm driving into the paint on Bailey and see if I can get him out of the game at 5 because he's their big man, getting most of the rebounds down there.
Could definitely have an impact, and you know that they got to be aware of that. That's when it helps having a good scorekeeper.
Yep. Oh, good backdoor cut. Yeah. That's going to be a foul on Lockhart.
Perfect entry pass, too. Like, that was a bullet pass and right on the money.
Yep, that's going to be Lockhart's first foul. Both teams have 2 team fouls here in the 4th quarter. 3:33 to go in a 1-point ball game. KC Metro's down. Oh, great find on the weak side.
Yes, sir.
And Caleb Sittler knocks it down, and they take the first lead since they led early in the 3rd quarter after the Lightning went on that run. So they are now up 47-46 with 3:10 to go here in the 4th quarter.
They've kind of turned off the valve where the Lightning were hitting from outside. They've really upped the intensity on their defense. They've run them off the three-point line, and it's given them the lead.
Another shot from Lockhart that rolled out of the three-point line. But looks like Metro has changed up the defense a little bit by putting Sittler guarding Lockhart, and he's denying him that three-point shot.
Yeah,
good drive.
A little more height there.
Good drive there by number 35, Aiden Kent. He's going to send him to the free throw line, shooting 2. And that foul is going to be on number 21, Joseph Wilson. And that's going to be his 3rd foul. And I believe that's the 3rd team foul for the Lightning here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they're starting to pile up. And then you got to remember, as we've said it all day, just to kind of remind our viewers and our listeners that you hit that limit of 5 fouls in a quarter, and it's 2 shots every single time. So that really could come into play in a close one.
Right. He knocks down both free throws. There's going to be a timeout called by KC Metro, and we're going to stay here with it. So KC Metro, after being up 6 at half, giving up the lead in the 3rd, and now KC Metro's went on a little run of theirself, and they've extended their lead 49-46 as they're up 3. So you have 2:40 to go here, Scott. And if you're KC Metro, the last few possessions defensively, they've done a really good job of running Liam and Lockhart off the three-point line and limiting their three-point makes, because that's what really got the lead for the Lightning, as they knocked down 6 threes here in the second half. But they've only made 2 shots inside the three-point line in the second half. So
yeah, you could tell that Kansas City was somehow losing the shooters, and whatever coach did in the timeout, they came out of that, and they've just really started to smother, where even though the Lightning have taken some threes, they're a lot more contested. And on the other end, I love the hard-nosed play of Sittler. I mean, he's out there every time he gets a timeout. They're bandaging up his knee and trying to keep it from bleeding. Also, Aiden Kent, they've really done a good job of attacking in the paint, and it's kind of the opposite of what you're expecting from the other end of the floor with the Lightning, and it's worked for them. They've gotten a lead. And Jeremy, this pool play's really been fun, because even though it wasn't this close, but even the game before this, the number 1 seeds have had their hands full.
Right. Yep. And the thing about it is the number 1 seeds didn't play their first game till 12 or after, and they so now they're going to call traveling, and that's a turnover by Nolan Bailey there. But the number 1 seeds, this is their first game, so all the teams that they've played here at the noon time slot is their second game, so they're done for the day. So they can play.
Yep.
They can play their starters the rest of the game if they need to, because they don't have to rest them for the game tonight.
Yep.
The Lightning, they got to look at that. You got to win. You want to win, but you also got to remember you got another game in about 3 hours.
Yep.
So Metro don't have to worry about that. They can just go ahead and play, exert all the energy they have, and they can rest up to tomorrow.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if that doesn't come into the mindset.
Good drive by Sittler.
Again, boy, 4 buckets this quarter.
Yeah, so he's got 9 in the first quarter. He's got 8 here in the fourth, and he's been the difference in both quarters when they've kind of taken the lead. So we've noticed that Metro are kind of going the way Caleb Sittler goes. They get another turnover defensively as they get a jump ball.
Let's get their hand on the ball there and are able to come away with it.
Yeah, so we got 1:48 now. Metro's up 5. You definitely got to think that Metro's going to start trying to run a little bit of clock and be patient offensively. And then they get a call on Lockhart there as he holds Sittler, trying to break free on the inbound play.
And looking ahead, this game is huge as well, Jeremy, because Lightning doesn't have a pushover coming up in their next game with PT Warriors.
Right. And that's going to be another foul on Liam. That's going to be his 3rd foul. And once again, Caleb Sittler drawing the contact, and he's going to the free throw line now because they're at 5 fouls, so that's 2 free throws the rest of the game.
Sittler has really just kind of grabbed this game and just taken control of it.
Yeah. He's definitely been the MVP so far here in the fourth quarter for the KC Metro. And, they put him defensively on Lockhart to try to lock him down from the three-point threat that he was going on. And offensively, he's kind of been the scoring machine for Metro as he misses that second free throw.
Still a 6-point game, and these are 3-point shooters. Oh, chased
Good
him
run
off.
out.
Oh, and I thought he had that one. Faked the defender, got him in the air, but could not get his shot to drop.
Yep, that's going to be a foul on 21. Joseph Wilson, that's his 4th foul. So Nolan Bailey and Joseph Wilson both have 4, and Liam Velker has 3. And 1:26 to go. You got to figure that Metro, as long as they make their free throws, which number 35, Aiden Kent there, knocks down that one. Got another one coming. But if they can knock down their threes and kind of limit the three-point shots from HBA, and he misses the second free throw, they may have a chance to hold on to this lead that they have. Another missed 3 by Liam. Defensive rebound. Good run out. And Sittler with the finish.
Yeah, unselfish dish there.
Yeah, that was a great pass by his teammate, finding him on the weak side. Lockhart with the drive, left-hand finish, but he missed. And now it's going to be a foul. That's either going to be Lockhart or Liam. That's going to be on Lockhart. That's going to be his 3rd foul now.
When you got to hit your free throws, even though you look up and you say we're up 9,
Right.
That's with 3-point shooting teams. You just got to make these count and make it where they can't beat you with the outside shot. Right.
And you know, the Lightning coming in as Sittler knocks down his first free throw. We can tell that they're a 3-point shooting team. They kind of live and die by the three. The three got him back in the game, got him the lead as Sittler knocks down that free throw. But the missed threes and the missed opportunities in the fourth quarter, because of the defensive change that KC Metro made by running them off the three-point line and making sure every three was contested, has changed the game a little bit in the fourth quarter. And Lightning have not been able to get in any type of rhythm because of that whenever they're not getting them open threes.
Yeah, and Sittler with 13 of his 21 points here in this quarter, just really huge difference for the Metro Mavericks. And they got to feel good about going into tomorrow. They didn't like the way they played this morning, get knocked off by the Warriors, and they're able to come away beating the #1 team in their pool. And who knows what's going to happen. That's a tough draw, too, for Virginia here, because you've got the Warriors waiting on you, and that's a team we already know from, the past couple of years. They're loaded.
Right, and they have size in the middle that's tough to defend.
Shots will have to be falling in their second game.
Yeah, if you wasn't paying attention to the whole game here, you would have thought Caleb Sittler's probably got 40 points, but he went scoreless in the second and third quarter, but not in the first and the fourth. And there's a three.
Got one to drop there, but I feel like it might be too little too late.
Joseph Wilson knocks that one down. They're going to call a timeout.
He somehow got to figure out a way to get 3 possessions out of the next 38.9 seconds.
Without them scoring.
And so really, I mean, it's in the hands of the Mavericks. If you hit your free throws and you take care of the ball, you'll have the win here, but you can't relax until that buzzer sounds.
Yeah, the Lightning they're going to start fouling. So what you want to try to do is make sure you control the ball, don't get a turnover, and see if you can run a few seconds off the clock every possession.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get many time off the clock.
Yeah, for sure. And they talk about that, I'm sure. Coach Solomon for Kansas City, telling his team, take care of the ball, be ready to shoot your free throws. And on the other side, you're going to try to gamble. You got to try to get the ball, somehow steal a possession or two, and then make shots, and then, like you said, keep them from scoring.
Right, and if you're the Lightning, you also got to know that you have the possession there in your favor. So if you can get a tie-up without getting a foul, then you get the ball back without sending them to the free throw line. But they let about 13 seconds run off the clock there, and still haven't got the possession back. So
yeah, and Kansas City knows they don't have to shoot.
Right.
And they've got their timeouts, so they call one there.
Yeah, it looks like the Lightning are content not to foul and extend the game, and just going to kind of play it out and see if they can get a turnover.
20 seconds, it's a tall order, even for a really good shooting team like the Lightning, but got to hand it to Kansas City Metro. They've really bounced back from their performance this morning, and depending on what happens in the next game in this pool, we could be looking at some ties that we got to figure out.
Right, and I predicted there's going to be a couple pulls that we're going to have some tiebreakers. We're going to have to do some calculations and some math on tonight, so this may be one of them.
Well, and I heard you guys talking about it earlier. By the way, it's awesome. Like if you guys tune in, you can get us on YouTube and listen to the game while you're driving. Don't watch us because we want you to watch the road. But as I was listening to you guys coming in, talking about how what a tough draw, because the Warriors, because of what they did in the region, their seed was lower than you would expect.
Right.
And so really, you got 3 teams in this pool that any other pool they might be right at the top.
Right. Yeah, and then you got they got the steal they wanted.
Got to have a 3.
Lockhart for 3. Short again, and they're going to get a foul. But if you're KC Metro, you got 3 fouls to give as long as you don't foul them on a shot. So that's number 1. So you got one more to give, and then it'll put them to the free throw line. But 9.9 seconds left, down 8. You got to think there's just not enough time left as Liam knocks the 3 down in the corner.
Great inbounds play to get him open.
That's going to be a foul on Lockhart. It's going to be his 4th foul.
Just not enough time there, Jeremy, but they got what they wanted on that inbounds, and if you're Kansas City Metro, you didn't want to foul there no matter what. The clock is that's the most important thing at that point. But
I don't think they're in the bonus yet, though. I think that's only 4.
Well, it looks like they're going to give it to him.
They're putting him to the line, but I don't believe that was a bonus free throw. But Nate Farrell said he'll take it and go to the free throw line, but missed the first one. Going to get another opportunity. And missed that one. But the offensive rebound. And that'll do it. Your KC Metro Mavericks come back from the loss this morning. And they come back and win this game against HHBA Lightning. So that evens up their record at 1-1. Now they wait for the result tonight to see how they finish and where they play tomorrow, whether they got to play in the morning or tomorrow afternoon. Next up is the Springfield Rush from the hometown here in Springfield, Missouri, and they're going to be playing Cincinnati Trailblazers, and we'll be back.